I founded the Beaverton Civic Theatre about a year and a half ago. I directed one play in January of 2009, and at that time there was no community theatre in Beaverton in 20 years, and people were just coming from everywhere, having a great experience, just being in the play, but also being an audience member, being able to see a play without having to drive into Portland. So we continued and did a full season in 2009. We're now in our second season. We're about to open the third show of our second season, and we're planning the third season. So we are quite busy and hoping to stay in the neighborhood.
My name is Megan Daboul, and for this particular production of Beaverton Civic Theatres, I am the director of Dearly Departed. Basically, the patriarch of the Turpin family keels over literally into his grits at the breakfast table in the very first scene. And it's essentially, the rest of the play is about his dysfunctional family coming together for this funeral. And during that process, the skeletons in the closet and all the dirty laundry that happens gets aired out. And it's basically a story of how the family works through those trials and tribulations, and yet at the end, they still realize that, hey, we are family, and that's the most important thing, and everything is going to be okay because we have each other.
I cannot believe you're my son.
This season we started out with The Nerd, and then we followed it up with our first musical, The Fantastics, which we were able to do thanks to a grant from the Regional Arts and Culture Council. And then we're about to open Dearly Departed on September 24th. We'll follow up this season with Christmas Carol for the holidays.
Secret, self-contained, and solitary as an oyster. The cold weather froze his old features, nipped his pointed nose, shriveled his cheek, stiffened his gait, made his eyes red, his thin lips blue, and spoke out shrewdly in his grating voice.
What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying your bills with no money? Time for finding yourself a whole year older and not an hour richer. A time for balancing your books and finding every item in them from a round dozen of months presented dead against you. If I could work my will, every idiot that goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stick of holly through his heart. He should. Uncle, nephew, keep Christmas your own way and let me keep it in mind.
There are those upon this earth of yours who claim to know us, and who do their deeds of passion, pride, ill will, hatred, envy, bigotry, and selfishness in our name, or as strange to us and all our kith and kin as if they had never lived. Remember that, and judge their doings by themselves.
I promise
not
I will.
us.
I promise I will.
We perform in the Beaverton City Library Auditorium, and the library is open after hours for us on Fridays and Saturdays. And you can park in the library parking lot, no problem. And then on Sundays, we have 2 o'clock matinees. We are all volunteers in the community, many people just from Beaverton, walking distance from the library even. Our auditions are open to anyone in the community to come and audition. Nothing is precast. I get at least one phone call or email a week still from somebody wanting to either help backstage or usher or know about auditions. So we are a very rapidly growing group, but there's room for everyone. And I say it doesn't matter your experience level. We'll welcome you and we'll put you to use and figure out what you want to do.
If you want a night of hilarious theater with great acting and just, you know, to have just a good night of theater, please do come see the show because you will be laughing your head off at almost every single line.
check out our website, which is beavertoncivictheatre.org, and theater is spelled with an R-E at the end, or they could call 503-626-1936.